So this is Giannis Antetokounmpo responding to the journalist who has just asked him about this great failure. Because think about it, number 1 seed loses to the number 8 seed. It only happened, a handful of times in the history of the NBA.
Oh my God. Okay, because I'm not that up. You asked me the same question last year, Eric. Okay. Do you get a promotion every year on your job? No, right? So every year you work is a failure. Yes or no? No. Every year you work towards something, towards a goal, right? Which is to get a promotion, to be able to take care of your family, to be able, I don't know, provide the house for them or take care of your parents. You work towards a goal. It's not a failure. It's steps to success, and if you've never, no, I don't want to make it personal. So there's always steps to it. Michael Jordan played 15 years, won 6 championships. The other 9 years was a failure. That's what you're telling me. I'm asking you a question. Yes or no? Okay, exactly. So why are you asking me that question? It's a wrong question. There's no failure in sports. There's good days, bad days. Some days you are able to be successful. Some days you're not. Some days it's your turn. Some days it's not your turn. And that's what sports is about. You don't always win. Some other people's going to win. And this year, somebody else is going to win. Simple as that. We're going to come back next year, try to be better, try to build good habits, try to play better, not have a 10-day stretch with playing bad basketball, and hopefully we can win a championship. So 50 years from 1971 to 2021 that we didn't win a championship, it was 50 years of failures? No, it was not. It was steps to it, and we were able to win one. Hopefully we can win another one. Sorry that I didn't want to make it personal.
Amazing, right? This is an extraordinary individual. And, speaking of failure and knowing about his life, he couldn't have gotten to this level of wisdom. I mean, he's like 20-something years old. He could not have gotten to this level of wisdom without having gone through a great deal of hardship growing up. This level of maturity and understanding without having gone through difficulties. And it's the same with failure. We don't get to where we are, wherever we are, without all those failures on the way. Steps to success, as he put it. And imagine if we can look at life rather than as zeros and ones, failures and successes. If we can look at it as a continuum, ongoing, as a process, as a journey, it's a much healthier way to look at life. And it's much healthier for various reasons. One, because we're much more likely to be successful overall, in the traditional sense, if we look at it this way, if we learn from failures. And B, we're much more likely to be happy if we look at life rather than as a binary 0-1, but as a continuum building. His question, so Michael Jordan, arguably the greatest athlete, not just basketball player of all time, he just won 6 championships and he played 19 years. So 13 years were a failure? Or, I think about other basketball players like Charles Barkley, one of the greatest basketball players in history. I love the guy. He never won a championship, even though he's a Hall of Famer, one of the greatest basketballs of all time. So his career was a failure because he didn't win? Or look at football, soccer, Ronaldo, Portugal, one of the greatest soccer players in history. He never won a world championship. Does that make his career a failure? Or take the average person who plays a sport because they are not superstars or Olympic medalists. Their career is a failure. How do we look at life? And it matters because the story that we tell about our lives matter a great deal. Remember, our reality includes 2 parts. The one part is the objective reality. What's going on outside that's independent of us? The other side is our interpretation of reality. So the example I often give, you have 2 athletes, both of them end up 3rd in a competition. or they hope to win. One says, it's a failure, it's a disaster, I lost. The other says, I came in third. What can I learn from it? How can I improve? How can I grow? Different story about the same reality will lead to a very different experience of reality and consequently very different action. The first one is likely to give up, fail. The second one is likely to really grow and learn from it. You can also be sure it's not the last time you're hearing of Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's going to go down as one of the greatest basketball, if not athletes of all time. Extraordinary.